Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Two Nerds, One Quest. I am your host and DM, JC Dittmer, here with these 2.5 nerds. We apologize for you having to look at Spirit instead of Jeff's beautiful face this morning. He is having camera issues. It happens, though. At least it's not a big audio issue that's going to cancel the podcast. We've had that happen before, too.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Not dead yet. Not dead yet.
That man above me on my screen in the Mystery Machine shirt is one Ryan Crixus Kukta. I love that shirt, dude. That is great. I could get me one of them. How are you doing this morning?
Pretty fun. Oh, fantastic. Ready for a great day of Sunday. I don't know. Packer bye week. Am I going to watch football or should I just binge Arcane today? Tough call. Let's figure it out as we get into
binge
the
Arcane.
day.
Binge Arcane. That's someone who did
me.
yesterday. Binge Arcane.
Sounds sexy to me.
Unless you're one of those people that doesn't like cliffhangers, then wait until it's all out. Because,
I don't mind
like cliffhangers and you watched season 1, you were pissed. Anyways, that man below me on my screen with a camera is one Tom M. Norman. How you doing this morning, sir?
I'm good.
Feeling left out of the... You're all blurry with your cup, Brian. I couldn't read it.
Yeah,
wouldn't do it.
Two nerds, one quest.
Yeah.
Tom,
you sound like you're missing out on Arcane.
I am. I'm 4 episodes into your magic show.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's
Do Arcane first. It's shorter.
Is it?
Yeah,
right.
Arcane is 9 episodes in season 1 and 3 episodes in season 2 so far. And then it has 2 more 3-episode releases, and then it will be done. Like, there's going to be 18 episodes and it's over.
Gotcha.
Full story.
Since we last chatted, John and I went to a hockey game where he proceeded to tell me about 12 shows I need to watch.
Yes.
Yeah, that feels right.
Yep.
2 more things.
And I got the lowdown. On that scene and got the lowdown on that scene from Terrifier. He actually verbalized it. I understand why he didn't want to type it into chat because that's nasty. Last but not least is that man who is not on our screen but is here in spirit. One Jeff Doc Williams. Why I went with Jeff Doc Williams didn't do the Lazy Dragon or Lore Master stuff. I don't know. It's the no camera. It's the no camera. It's throwing me off, man.
I'm here. You just can't see me.
He's twerking his back and stuff, and
I mean, all things considered, I'm still playing D&D on Sunday morning, so we'll go with that.
That is fantastic.
Oh, it's a win.
It is a win.
Let's recap this.
Yeah, I was gonna say let's hit the dulcet. Let's hear your dulcet tones. Just close our eyes and drift away like an audiobook.
I am not an ASMR. I have a voice for silent film. So,
voice for silent film. Oh man.
Let's see. We started last session, day 5 of our adventure. We woke up early to get to the crossroad meeting, so that we could get Billy back. We wore armbands pretending to be Defias. A bunch of Defias showed up. There was Fang and Fade and a captain, and apparently they were springing an ambush on us, whereas we were trying to trick them. We didn't apparently do as good a job being convincing as we thought we were. Archers appeared in the woods during the battle, and then our covert friend Wiley grabbed Billy and took him out of the combat to keep him safe. Once Tommy, who was one of the Defias, bit the big one, Mabel went crazy, and we took out the rest of the guys except for 2 archers that escaped. We found some letters and a signet ring. One of the letters had the initials EVC on it. We found some playing cards and dice, and we left the bodies for the wolves and returned to the logging camp. Had some conversations about what to do with Billy and Mabel, and we left them with Wiley at the logging camp and teleported to Goldshire after dinner. The next morning, we met with Marshal Dugan and discussed what went on and what our next steps were, and we started walking to Stormwind so that we could meet with Master Shaw, and we also leveled up.
You leveled to 5. I had to reset all my encounters because you leveled to 5. So that happens. You got work to do. I got work to do when you level.
Boomtown.
And it's a good thing we actually skipped last week because I missed the fact that I get an extra spell, and it was the one I was debating between 2 spells, and turns out I forgot an ability that gives me 1 extra spell, and so I was able to get all of them.
Nice. It's always
Ooh.
helpful.
Boomtown.
Always helpful when you can take all the options you want. And you don't have to debate. Although a mass debate is usually fun.
That came up in the pre-show. Too bad.
Is that with friends or by yourself?
I said it's always better when you got friends.
Indeed.
So you stand before the gates of Stormwind. There are guards there. The gates are open, revealing a long bridge, or what is otherwise known as the Valley of Heroes. That is the picture I sent you guys this morning. For reasons we can't post that because it's not ours. But the large white marble stone statues that tower 30 feet overhead on both sides of the bridge, there are 5 of these statues honoring the members of the Alliance expedition that went through the Dark Portal after the Alliance had retaken Stormwind and driven the orcs back through the Dark Portal. They went into the Dark Portal to explore where the orcs came from. Kurdran Wildhammer, the Thane of Airy Peak, is the dwarf on the left, along with Khadgar, the Archmage of the Kirin Tor. On the right-hand side is the Force Commander Daneth Trollbane and Ranger Captain Illyria Windrunner, who, if I remember correctly, is the mother or sister of Sylvanas. I forget which one. I'd have to look it up. And last but not least, in the middle, in the far back where the bridge ends, is General Turlian, the expedition's military leader. And you read all this on the plaques. You know this. This is known knowledge of the world as you walk into Stormwind. Around the barricade and into, there's kind of a barricade wall. The bridge goes across and then you go around it. This barricade wall and into the trade district of Stormwind. It was explained to you, Pepper, that you would be able to find Master Shaw in Old Town in a building in the southeast section of Old Town. There was a specific wall you would go to and knock on the wall in a specific way.
Okay. Did anybody have anything they wanted to do before we head to Master Shaw?
Should we be well rested at this point?
Yeah, this is the morning. You rested in Goldshire, and this is the morning.
All right.
Well, actually, it's like 11 or so because you got up in the morning, maybe 10, depending on when you got up, because you got up in Goldshire and decided to walk to Stormwind. So I don't know if you discussed anything on the way. If you wanted to bring that up now, you could. Or you're free in Stormwind Trade District.
Yeah, I don't think there's any critical topics that I need.
I forgot to update my Wand of Magic Missiles, and it is fully recharged.
Excellent. Why don't the 3 of you make a perception check? Actually, no. What is your passive perceptions? Honestly, this would be passive perceptions.
I have a dozen.
A dozen?
Mm-hmm.
10.
10 and
17.
17.
Ooh, you see it all.
Says the cleric.
Sue, you notice about 2 seconds before it happens, the Devious Bandit run across the front of the trade house. And there's an explosion. And after the explosion dies down, a man from your right yells, "For the Defias!" And I need you to roll initiative.
Ooh.
Well,
Hang on one second. Let's go and start this. And
That was my next question.
Okay, you guys roll initiative. There's a map there now. Waiting on Pepper's initiative. Okay, Sewell, you got a 19. Pepper, you got an 18. Graham's got a 13. Graham, would you like to switch with anyone?
I think I want to switch with Pepper.
if it makes
Pepper,
a difference,
you go with that?
if it makes a difference, I got a nat 20 for a 19.
Actually, I would not be willing for that one. I want to try out a new spell.
Noted.
All right. So y'all good?
Yep.
All right. So then y'all have the map? Yes? You see it?
Yerp.
Big explosion, obviously, in the upper right corner.
Yeah.
The stairs leading up to the trade house.
I love your drawings, John. They make me so happy.
That's what I was having so much fun this morning drawing. I'm like, yeah, let's make an explosion. What colors do I use? I use red. I use yellow. I got the order wrong.
You have
red,
all the
orange,
primary
yellow.
colors.
But yeah, that's kind of funny because that's when you click it open. You have 12 colors. So the bandit captain is first. He goes, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I think he's 30 is his thing. Yeah, yes, sir. And then he has a hand crossbow. Actually, he's not going to get over there. He's not going to go over by you. He has a hand crossbow. He's going to use that. He is going to shoot. Oh, you know what? Nope, I take that back. Okay, hang on. 5,
Hold that for 2 seconds.
15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, he can get. Tom got up. That's great because he's going after Tom. He's gonna, because he can break up his attacks in his movement. Because he has multi-attack. He's gonna shoot at Sue. We'll have Tom sit down and then we'll explain that he's being shot at with the hand crossbow.
I love it.
Tom, you're being shot at.
So it'll be a 13 to ambush. Hey, Tom.
Yeah.
Sue's being shot at with a hand crossbow. 13 to hit?
Nope.
Nope. Okay, and then he's going to, if I did this right, it goes 5, 15, 20, 25, 30. And he's going to swing his longsword at you. Which is an 8 to hit.
That's even more negatory.
That's even more. So, yeah. It's your turn. Would you like to retaliate?
Yeah. Which guy was doing that to me?
The guy standing
The
next to you.
bandit captain.
The bandit captain.
Right up your ass.
Sorry about that. The dogs were being a little whiny.
Hey, dogs are dogs, man.
Oh, that's why I was confused. I was like, he's got an actual picture. I was looking at A, B, C, D. I'm like, there's not 4 of us.
Your dog
There's
just
5 of
wants
them.
to be part of the show?
Come on, wizards, get on that.
Yeah, right.
Give your.
He's close. I'll flail him.
Flail him. Flail away.
Fuck, 14.
14. That just hits him.
Oh.
Nice.
How about 2 bludgeoning?
2 bludgeoning. Not something he likes, but
Let's be honest. Who does like to be bludgeoned?
it depends on by what and by who.
Fair.
Are you complete, sir?
Giggity, giggity.
All right. Pepper, you have a new spell you want to try out.
Yeah, so I will apologize in advance if this goes sour, and I will put my hand on Grim and say, "You got this," and I will cast haste on Grim. Problem is if I can't continue concentrating on it, you're gonna lose a turn later. So hopefully that doesn't come to pass. So you get your speed is doubled. You get +2 bonus to armor class, advantage on dex saving throws, and an additional action on each of your turn, but only can be used to take one attack, dash, disengage, hide, or utilize. So.
Boomtown.
Interesting.
And I don't believe that I have a bonus action, but hopefully that is going to... let's say I would take a step back into the square behind me, and I'll just represent that by taking like a half step, if it'll let me.
Yeah.
Okay, so just to get a little bit more cover if there's more archers, because I'm going to be concentrating on this spell. And that's my turn. Hoping
All right, Speedy Gonzalez, your turn, buddy.
Yeah.
Grim.
All right. So Grim is going to run faster than you've ever seen. It's like clang, 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 clang. And I'm going to start to attack.
All right.
And so I'm right up in this guy's face. I got a +1 Warhammer, and I have 3 attacks. So it feels like I should just start hacking away.
That seems like a good thing.
Start with B.
Okay.
And 27 to hit.
Yeah.
I should do that.
Unfortunately not Pathfinder, because that I'm sure would have been a crit.
Oh yeah.
And this is only 7 damage.
7 damage.
Alright. And then 11 to hit.
Just misses. Their AC is 12.
And then I'll take my 3rd hit. And this is the 20.
Ooh,
Some
a nat
critical
20?
hit. Yeah.
Nice.
And so I'll put a smite into this one, because why?
Yeah, you will.
And so regular hit would be, let's see, it didn't do anything on D&D Beyond, which is weird, isn't it? I think it's weird.
You need to hold it in,
then I didn't do.
And then it'll bring a pop up for It may have
damage. It may have had it on. I don't think it does automatically.
No, it doesn't automatically.
Yeah, I had to right click it, which I didn't do.
Yeah,
so let me start over here. I'll right click it. I'll crit damage, and then I'll roll.
There you go.
Okay. So 14 regular damage, and then I'm gonna do my smite activity.
Yep. I think we might have to multiply out on our own.
That's 12 times 2 is 24. Let's just do that.
You wanted to describe how this one dies?
You just did 38 points, and plus the 7 from the first hit.
That feels really good, actually. So, I hit this guy, and it seems like my Warhammer explodes with sunshine when I hit this guy. And after it's done, all we see is a skeletal body about 20 feet away and a pair of smoking shoes.
The smoking shoes are left in the ground right there, and the body's way away.
I'm going to turn to Pepper. Sue turns to Pepper and says, "Well, that's new."
In my head, I'm saying, if you steal my sunshine.
I was doing the same thing. I just didn't want to interrupt combat.
Oh, man, that's amazing. Are you done then? Was that enough for you?
Then that feels good. That felt good. So
I hope you didn't blow your load all in one hit.
Seeing what you did to his buddy is going to retaliate. He has a light hammer. This seems so. After that, this seems so like not. Oh, wait a minute. He's got a hook too. Let's do the hook. The hook will be better. Ooh, shit. Cool. Yeah, let's definitely do the hook. 16 to hit.
Doesn't even scratch my armor.
Yeah, that is his thing. He does not have a bonus action, so that was A. B is dead. C is going to step in here and try and hook you as well.
They're playing into your plan here, there, Grim.
22 to hit.
22 does hit.
All right. That's 6, and then so 6 piercing damage.
Yep.
And you are grappled. So
that's unfortunate.
On your turn, you can make an attempt to escape.
I think grappled is fine. I think you're still able to kill these guys. I think
your speed is 0. You have disadvantage on attack rolls against any target other than the grappler. The grappler can actually drag you, but every foot of movement costs an extra foot of movement. Unless you are tiny or 2 sizes smaller than it. That is.
I'm not tiny.
No, you're not.
I'm short, but stocky.
Thick.
All right. Let's see.
That 4 C's.
C. D.
THICCC.
5, 10, 15,
Just
20,
the way I like
25.
My doors.
This bandit comes up to you with a hook and swings a hook at you, Sue, for 7 to hit.
Oh, that's a negative. Also, the Sue Grimhawk fanfic is something I didn't think we needed, but now we do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The bandit captain. Let's see. It's his turn. We're back at the top of the order. And he is going to. What is his passive perception? That would have been that. So I'm going to. Yeah, he's going to continue to go after Sue. That is. I actually need him. He's got a long sword. That is a 20 to hit.
Join the club, brother.
That you're swinging at me?
Oh, bug. Yes.
Yeah,
I'm swinging at you. I forgot about that shit. 20's a hit. For 8 slashing damage.
Ouchie.
And then he's going to shoot a... Oh, wait. No, that damage is wrong. Sorry. That damage should be 6. Because he's only using one hand.
Less ouch.
His other hand has his other hand has his hand crossbow in it that he's going to shoot at Grim.
Sure.
You want to take an opportunity attack on him so you can because he's firing next to you?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's Pathfinder rules.
Is
Pathfinder.
I think you have to actually move away, but...
My bad. Never mind. 13 to hit Grim. Which he does not.
It just sticks to my backpack.
There's an arrow just kind of wang out of the backpack.
It kind of looks like a droid antenna now.
Let me fix that for you. Sue, it is your go.
All right, well, dude that hit me is going to get the... he's going to get the Bells of Power. So he needs to make a...
You talking about D?
The bandit captain or the...
Oh, the bandit captain.
Yeah, the one that hit me. Wisdom saving throw of 15. Wisdom.
12.
Toll the dead.
You did hit him last turn, so he was down 2 hit points. So you get to do the D12. Is it two? Wait. Is it 2d12 at level 5?
Yeah.
Nice. They're all a little bit cooler now.
Oh, just a hair cool.
Still shitty. 7.
Oh, yeah.
7 damage.
6 and a 1.
Oof. Ouch. Bong.
D12 still has one side.
I can't wait to sing Merrily, Merrily, Here We Go. The Christmas bells are ringing come December when you cast that.
All right.
Fair. I'm done.
Are you done, Sue? Yes. All right, Pepper, we're back to you.
All right.
Concentrating on haste.
I'm not going to draw the circle, but I'm going to 10-foot circle behind them that would just hit the bandit captain. And D, I'm going to cast Shatter.
Okay.
So they each need to make a con saving throw.
All right. Captain saving throw is a natural 1 for 3.
Nice.
And the bandit's con save is a 3 for 4.
All right. They each take 3d8 thunder damage, and it's going to be nice and loud in case we need to alert any guards to our presence. It is 15 damage each.
15 damage each.
Nice.
Hot diggity dog.
Well played, sir.
Ma'am. And
whatever.
D.
Miss.
Orc,
Missy.
lady, person, thing.
Hey, lady.
Still a human, just green.
Not easy being green. How did it take this long for us to sing that?
I'm going to take a step diagonally backwards if it'll let me drop to there. Just
okay.
Like, yeah, Sue, you got this. You're fine.
Yep.
That's enough for me.
All right, Grim. Flash, 100-yard dash.
So you said he only has disadvantage on the enemies that are not grappling him?
Correct. He has normal attacks on the one that's grappling him, which is A.
All right. So my attack is on A then.
A white border around him to represent the grapple. He's the one grappling you.
Genius, do you know if that haste, is that extra attack, is that a bonus action attack, or is that just an additional action?
It's an additional action that you can only use to make one attack if you make an attack. So you don't get you know how you normally get 2 attacks per action? This one specifically only allows you to have 1.
Okay, noted. All right, so I'm going to attack A then.
All right.
And not disadvantage. 13 to hit.
13 does hit him.
Oh.
Okay. I'm going to put another smite into this one.
All right.
So
put some stank
13 damage.
Nice. Bludgeoning from your hammer.
Gadoosh. Another 14 damage.
14. Would you like to describe how this one dies? Because that was exactly what his health was.
Yeah, so I knock him right in around the solar plexus because he's like grabbing at my arm. And I just kind of turn up my Warhammer like that. And because of the, again, sunshine bright impact, you see him kind of fly up into the air about 25 feet, shining like a star. Again, smoking shoes remaining on the pavement.
Somewhere in the distance, some kid's going, ooh, works.
Because it's almost the season. It is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Grandma doing, and the rockets red glare.
Grace, she passed away years ago.
I mean, I guess I'm just saying that they buy the same shoes from the same vendor. And
that makes sense. The same cobbler. Yeah. They're good shoes. They keep you grounded.
I believe that means you're no longer grappled.
Correct.
It does mean I'm no longer grappled.
That was your first attack. Would you like to apply some attacks to C?
I'm going to try to brain C then. So,
right.
Plus don't.
Here's 12 to hit.
12 just hits. That is their armor class.
And this is only 11 damage.
11 damages.
And another regular swing. 17 to hit.
17 definitely hits.
And only 7 damage there.
7 damage. He does not look good. He is definitely bloodied at this point, as is D.
Nice.
So A is dead, and B, the Sunshine Brothers. C's turn. Here, he is going to. Let's see. He's got his hook. He's going to swing his hook at you. That's a 12 to hit you.
And Grim just roars back.
You roar back at him, and the bandit captain yells at him, "Shape up, you dog!" And he gets to reroll his attack. That is a 20 to hit.
Does not hit, although Grim has to like dodge back, like, and it goes right past his nose.
It's one of those moments where you growl back at him, and then he swings again, and you're like, "Whoa!"
Caught me off guard a little bit.
Shouldn't have leaned into that. He misses.
Yeah. D is going after Sue with his hook. That's a 15 to hit.
Ugh. That hits. That is my AC.
That is 7 piercing damage, and you are grappled. You have these hooks. This is an interesting thing. I kind of like this little setup. These NPCs work well together. You are grappled. So he Captain is going to. He sees his buddy's got this, so he's gonna step over and go after Pepper.
Now Sue potentially would get, unless grapple prevents it.
Nope. There's nothing that says there's disadvantage on it, but he has it if he wants it. Do you want to take an AO at disadvantage?
I want it.
Yeah. Go for it.
$15.
That's at disadvantage?
Yeah, I rolled a 15 and a 19.
Nice. That hits.
Excellent. 6 bludgeoning.
6 bludgeoning. Fantastic. He is bloodied. Yeah, I think he was before that hit too. Yeah, he was. But he comes over to Pepper, and he is going to swing at you with a longsword. 13 to hit you, Pepper.
That is my you know what? I'm gonna cast shield as a reaction.
Okay.
So that'll bounce off a shield appears in place in between Pepper and the bandit captain and deflects the first blow.
Okay. And he is going to turn back and shoot at Sue with the crossbow because Sue swung at him and hit him. The crossbow is 18 to hit.
Yarp.
7 piercing damage.
Sue's taking a freaking beating this fight.
A whooping. Would you like to do anything about your health? It is your turn.
Because I have.
He was so excited.
Because I have cantrips, spells that I'm trying to think of how this works. Spells that use attack to roll. are at disadvantage if they're really close, but if it's a saving throw, I can do it when they're real close, right?
Correct. Yeah. It's like Toll the Dead wouldn't be affected, but Firebolt would.
Yes.
Well, the guy holding on to me needs to make a dexterity save. I'm going to Sacred Flame his ass.
Nice.
This is the guy that's hanging on to you. Let's get him dexterity save. Oh, it's a 19. Fuck. It was almost a 9.
If he is grappling someone, does he have any?
It doesn't say so.
Okay.
No. It doesn't say there's anything for the grappling creature.
Creature must have a free hand to grab. Is he grappling with a hook or
a hook? He's got him grappled with a hook. It's a melee weapon attack hook.
Whatever part a grappler uses, it can grapple only one creature at a time with that part.
Yep.
And it says about escaping the grapple. It doesn't say anything about
him
being able to dodge while grappling. Yeah.
Correct. So it's just everything's normal.
As a bonus action, I'm going to healing word myself.
Okay.
Fair.
Let's see.
For 11.
The end of your turn then? Seeing as how you can't go anywhere?
Yep.
All right. Pepper, your turn. The captain is facing you down.
Now that the bandit captain is here, Pepper's going to yell to Grim, "Hey, Grim, finish up with them hookers and come take care of the pimp." And it's Wand of Magic Missiles time.
Well played.
Yes.
We'll do 3 charges, so 5 missiles, and it's all going right into the bandit captain's face because
all right.
He's right in my face. So 1, 2, so 3 plus. Come on, you can do it. Let's see, how many came through? Like just 2 so far?
I've only seen 1. That's
5.
2, so it's total
3.
of 8.
Was there another 3 in there? I
saw there's 3,
there might
3,
have been.
5, and 2.
I'm not looking at the log.
3, 3, 5, 2, and
oh yes.
I don't know if it went or not. And another 3. 3, 3, 5.
Yep, it went through.
3.
Total of 15. Right?
3, 3, 5,
3,
3, 6, 9,
11,
9,
13,
and
16.
7 is 16.
16. All right. Jeff, would you like to describe how he dies, keeping in mind that you did 1 more point than you needed to kill him?
All right, yeah, I think it was kind of flailing with the magic wand because he's right in front of me, but just kind of like hit arm, leg, and the last one to the face. Yep, exactly.
You cover the face and shoot the wand off, but I know he's over here. You pull your arm away and you look at him, and he's laying on the ground in front of you with several missile holes in him, like bullet holes, smoking from his corpse on the ground.
Concave missing face.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah, that's enough for me. I'm just glad to still be concentrating.
Grim.
I'm just happy to be here.
All right.
Yeah, no more shape up, you.
I'd like to thank the Academy.
You dog.
All right. So Grim's going to use a single haste attack on C.
Okay.
So hopefully it's a good hit. 16 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that hits. That is a good hit.
All right. And then that's 9 damage.
Would you like to describe how this one dies? Because it had 9 health. This is freaking weird. Like, you guys are super effective when you do just enough. It's crazy.
Yeah, so I'm going to just, again, I'm really kind of focused on what's happening over by Pepper. And so I just kind of like across the face. And it catches him just right on the temple, and he just crumbles.
It's one of those things where he yelled at Grim, "Hey, you want to take care of those hookers?" And he just, wham! I'm coming.
And then my movement is doubled.
Yeah.
Yes,
so
it is.
I'm headed all the way back here to D.
Hell yeah, you are.
And by the time I get there, I'm ready for a double attack to like smash this guy.
Come on, Cooch, attack that D.
Get the D.
20 to hit.
20 hits him.
And cool ghetto crit, so 13.
Would you like to describe how this guy dies?
Yeah, as I'm running up to him, I'm just hacking down on him. And it seems like, so he was normal size to begin with, but when I hit him, he's basically my height by the time I'm done with my attack. And then he falls back.
Back at all his joints. Ouch. Well, that'll take us out of initiative. Holy shit, Ryan, when you roll well, combat goes smooth, like butter, man.
Well, and again, they had just a low enough AC where it felt like I had to mess up, and the haste was freaking amazing.
That was
So
wow.
when is the explosion? Is there still fire or anything that we're threatened by?
Yeah, there are people that have started addressing the fire with buckets of water. There's a bucket brigade that's been created. As you look in the commotion of everything, you do notice there were several other bandits as well that guards were fighting. But it seems like there's a limited amount of fighting going on around you, that the bulk of it was right here, and your participation in this helped quell this from being a much larger disaster.
Sue would like to run over to the fire and use that fountain that I have, that water jar thing.
A flask.
Oh, yeah. Your decanter of endless water.
Sounds
I
right.
think is what it was.
Yes, sir.
So how much water can you create with that?
I can create a geyser, which is 30 gallons.
Oh, yeah. Go for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna use it kind of like a fire hose and spray back and forth with 30 gallons of water.
Looks like he's taking a big pee. Using his whole body to put out the flames. Left to the right, to the right.
And I'll actually,
his name in the snow.
without thinking about it, so everybody behind me, I'll actually have it held lower so it looks like I'm actually peeing.
There's gonna be some like drunk bum that's gonna be telling a story at a tavern later, and then he just beat all over the fire and put it out.
One of those times we wish we
I
had.
saw it with my own eyes, dude. The guy went forever.
That's Strange Brew, isn't it? Doesn't Strange Brew do that?
I don't know. All I can think of right now is Ogre in the beginning of Revenge of the Nerds 2 that takes like a 2-minute long piss as they're talking. They're having a conversation. He's just peeing in the background the entire time. It's freaking hilarious. Anyway,
If only we
out of initiative.
Fan art.
Oh yeah, the fan art would be great on the geyser.
When the minute runs out or Pepper stops concentrating on it, for one round, you are incapacitated and have a speed of 0 as a wave of lethargy washes over you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit. Just sit.
Sit, you relax.
And that's the risk if that goes off mid-combat, that you lose an entire turn.
Yeah.
So,
you guys will be. You sit there for a minute. Let Grim gather himself. I'm looking for something specific. I'm looking for a. Oh, hang on a second. Boy. A marshal comes over to you guys. Where did I see it? I just had it. Oh, no. he's going to come over. We're going to say Marshall Mathers because it's fun. Comes over and thanks you profusely. He's like, "Thank you so much for the help with the Defias. These attacks are becoming more frequent. Here's a marker. Bring this to the captain, and we'll see that you are rewarded for your loyalty to the city."
It was our pleasure, as Sue shakes the bottle twice. Because if you shake it more than twice, you're just playing with it.
All right. What would you like to do?
Sue's
the
gonna help.
situation's underhand, like under control. The town guard is they've started grabbing the bodies and taking them away. You do see some guys in restraints being hauled off.
Can we check the captain's body, see if there's any more of those strange notes?
Are you going to interrupt the Stormwind guard taking the body away?
Yeah.
If he's already grabbed the bandit captain, I wouldn't. But
Sue would.
If he hasn't grabbed... Oh, okay, Sue would.
Yeah, because Sue would kind of play we're here on a special mission. Yeah. I'm looking for the
from God.
Secret plans. So I would go over and interrupt and kind of use my nobility, how the nobles tend to make themselves fluff up bigger than they, how they kind of give that presence of authority.
Oh. Yeah. You got very robotic there. I understood what you said though.
Oh.
You go over there and you go to talk, and the one guy says, "We've you're not gonna find anything on him. I mean, you're welcome to look, but there is never anything on them other than their clothes and any weapons they used."
I would still search them.
Several of these, like I said. Go. You can go ahead and search them. You want to make an investigation check? You can. You aren't gonna find anything. Yeah, I mean,
I'll take the shoes. They were crappy shoes.
13, John. 13 to find nothing.
Yep, you found nothing. And he was right. You were convinced. Yep. There was nothing on him.
Carry on, gentlemen.
So what would you like to do now that we are out of combat?
Is the fire completely out?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, your geyser brought it to the point where like a bucket or two after your geyser, it's out.
I'll mention as we walk past, because I'm assuming we'll go up the steps. Keep an eye on that. Have somebody on fire watch for the next several hours. We don't want this to flare back up.
Flare-ups are difficult. Yes, we understand.
I'll help Grim to his feet. Get up, you fat oaf.
I will. I got it.
And then I guess we'll walk. I mean, the only other option is to go up the steps, right? Like, there's no other place really to go.
If you want to go into the auction house, sure.
Do we want to go in the auction house?
It's just that this was in the trade district as you were walking to Old Town. This happened on your way.
Oh, I gotcha.
This isn't your destination. This is a random attack.
Oh, I gotcha.
Did we get our reward yet?
No, not yet. If you want to go over and find the captain, you can.
That's
reward, then auction house.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
you're gonna go to the auction house.
Yeah,
with reward money, we could maybe.
Let's get our reward. Let's turn in this marker to the captain of the guards.
Why did I mention the auction house? I mean, it's a thing that exists in World of Warcraft, but I have nothing planned for.
Oh, and all I'm thinking is Final Fantasy VI, where you can get the Magicite from the auction house. Yeah, that's all I'm thinking. Like, Are we missing out on Magicite? Like, what's happening here?
Or 1/1200th of an airship.
in World of Warcraft, just a neat thing for you guys. It's a fully functioning auction house, and as a player, if you get loot that you can't use, you can put it up on the auction house, and other players can bid for it and buy it from you.
Is Sue gonna buy
yeah.
Is Sue gonna buy, or is Pepper gonna buy a mast and just carry around a mast 1/12 of a ship?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it doesn't fit in the bag of holding now.
All right, let's cash in the chip.
Finding the captain of the guard here that is kind of orchestrating this whole thing. He looks at you and looks at the marker and almost like he's ready and expecting it. Reaches into a pouch at his side and just pulls out a little pouch and tosses it to you guys.
Yay.
Thank you for your help. Almost like they have this like pre-planned reward for anyone that helps in these instances because they've been so frequent.
Makes
All
sense.
right. Pepper will grab the pouch.
I was gonna say if you open it and count it, there's 50 gold in there.
Nice.
All right. I'm
Is
assuming.
there any sign up on the auction house that says what might be coming up today? Or
Actually, there is a sign up there now. It says temporarily closed because of the explosion.
Well played, sir. Well played.
I have time to plan something. You guys want to go back there?
Hey guys, you want to break into an auction house and see what they have to steal?
Yeah.
Best episode ever.
Soon.
Three Rembrandt paintings.
A chandelier in pieces.
John, I'm gonna need the lore on that chandelier. I need to know if it's valuable.
Well, you see it belonged in an opera house and was supposedly cut down by a phantom that haunted this opera house.
There's an exhibit up for sale called The World of Warhol.
Inspiration!
Yeah.
Yes.
Take that.
Yep, you got it. Oh my god, I got dizzy. I was laughing so hard. Holy hell.
Sadly, Pepper starts each day with one, and I didn't use it, so...
Oh, that is so good. So good.
Oh.
All right. All right. So
I hate to say it, guys.
For the time being.
I hate to say it, guys, but that may have just actually one title, and it's only 9:00.
The World of Warhol.
Oh, we got time.
What's in the little bag?
50 gold.
That was 50
I had mentioned that.
Yeah.
So
Sorry.
I can put it with the rest of the
That's all good.
pool money unless somebody wants to carry 50 more just in case you find something you want to...
Put it in the pool money, but next time we hang out, we should just split it up.
Okay. We got quite a bit in the pool right now. I think we got like over 1,000 gold.
That's what I'm thinking. I just want to make
Nice.
sure that we think about that when we're in, like, say, auction houses or something.
I think I'm gonna have to make some auction house things.
Maybe.
We may have to do this.
Yeah, we had 50 platinum and 500 gold, which is the equivalent of 1,000 gold, and so now we have 50 more gold.
Excellent.
Hometown.
All right.
All right. We know where Old Town is.
Yeah, Old Town's in the southeast of Stormwind.
Yeah, I mean-
You do have to cross a bridge. Most of the districts in Stormwind are divided by canals. There's a large canal system that runs through Stormwind and actually meets out in Stormwind Harbor eventually. It does flow to the north to a couple of ponds and a park in the north near where the embassy is. There is a large lake with an island on it, kind of northeast of the keep where the king typically will reside, which is currently... The throne is currently being held by Prince Anduin, who is 8. And he has an advisor that is helping him rule the kingdom. Catra. Oh, what the hell is her? I forget her last name now. Oh, excuse me. I have it written down somewhere. Catra Prestor. That's it.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah, I just had to remember it. But you do head over the canal, like I said, on a bridge over the canal to Old Town, which has several different... It's not the kind of bustling trade hub that the trade district is. It's more of a... this is where all the... like the smiths... Well, not the smiths, but all the like leather workers and clothing places are. The smiths, the Dwarven district holds most of the smithing stores and stuff.
The Smiths are at the Opera House with the band The Cure.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. And Oasis, I heard. But you walk to one of the specific leatherworking buildings and around an alley on the backside. And there's just a blank wall there, and you're told to knock on the blank stone wall in a shave and a haircut, 2 bits, and then you do the 2 bits thing twice. And when you do that, the stone actually slides aside, revealing a hall, like with 4 long, like 12-foot long tables, and a spiral staircase on the backside, leading up to a overlook. And you see several different people kind of look at you from the tables, and at the top on the overlook there's a desk and a man sitting behind it that matches the description that Wiley gave you, Pepper, of what Grandmaster Matthias Shaw looks like.
I think that's him. I think that's the guy we need to talk to.
Everyone that turns and looks at you kind of goes back to what they were doing. There's one gentleman in the corner, sitting in a chair, kind of slouched back, that is just keeping an eye on you as you're moving through. Where do you go?
I would like... Can I do a perception check on that guy? The guy that's giving us the side eye?
Sure.
You're good at those kinds of things.
What are you trying to perceive about him?
I'm just like, is he a guard? Is he assassin? What is he?
It would be an insight check then.
Insight? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you perceive he's there. Yes,
plus
he
7,
is there.
plus 7. I got 19. I mean.
Okay, 19. That works. He's a guard. They do guards differently in SI7, as they are all a secret society agent, assassins if need be type thing. But he's on the wall. When you walked in and he was immediately to your right, sitting on a chair in the corner. So he's the first one that would get to you if anything went crazy. He's watching you closely. With your passive perception, you pick up on there's one at one of the tables too on the opposite end of the hall that's also watching you more. He's got his head down. His head is in a position like he's looking at what he's doing, but his eyes are tracking you as you walk through.
I'll kind of nod my head at both of them, like showing that I recognize that they are there.
Okay. They don't react at all. They just watch.
Well trained.
Then I pull out my dagger and attack the marsh. Oh wait, no.
This is not the place you want to do that.
No, and that is definitely out of
come
character.
on, we're level 5. We can take on the world.
Absolutely.
Just because Sue's a cleric doesn't mean he's not a master assassin.
Size 7 agents? Probably not. You're probably outnumbered 2-1 here. And the guy upstairs is actually...
I will ask the question, how big is the room?
like 30 feet long.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
As long as I roll
30
high
feet
enough.
long by like 20 feet wide ish. 25 feet
Okay.
wide.
Let's if we're gonna have to fight our way through this, let's fight on the way out, not on the way in. Sue. And Sue's like, why are you saying that to me? Because obviously that was meant for Grim.
Master Assassin Sue at your service.
And I'm a cleric, so I heal him when I'm done.
Yeah. Fool you, now you're healed.
Tell me what I want to know, or I slit your throat again.
Yeah, right.
This is my dagger of healing.
Resurrection. Tell me what I want to know, or you will die again. Resurrection. It's a sick form of torture.
All right.
Where'd you go?
Yep, I'll go up to who's the main guy? The marshal or the
Matthias Shaw, Grandmaster Matthias Shaw, and he's upstairs.
All right. So we'll
sitting at a
So
desk.
he's watching us as we approach, I assume. Unless he's got something more important.
He looked up and then went back to what he was doing. Like he looked up and like did not take note or concern necessarily. More he took note that you were there and then went back to what he was doing. Almost like he was either expecting you or knows not to worry about you.
Grandmaster Shaw.
Yes.
Shit. My brain just went derpy. I forgot why we're here. Why are we here? Why are we here, genius?
I was gonna look that up. That's what happens when we're off for a week.
You have 2 sheets of paper with
paper.
And a signet ring, and I think that was it. That was what Wiley said. Master Shaw may know more about those things. Wiley was gonna bring one of those sheets of paper, the first one he had found, to Master Shaw.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one with the S on the back of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then he recommended to you that the ring, he may know more about the ring too.
Yes. Master Shaw.
Giant marshmallow.
I am Sue. This is Grimhawk, and this is Pepper. And I'll motion to both of them. We are on a bit of a.
He nods to you. He nods to Grim, and then he looks at Pepper, and there's a lingering look there, almost of acknowledgement of I know who you are.
Is that something with passive perception I would notice?
You don't even need passive perception.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, just a blatant.
You notice he does this. It is a blatant thing. It is an acknowledgement to Pepper. I know you.
And so Pepper immediately starts thinking, "Oh, great! What did we do? What did we do to this guy when we were younger?" And then just like, "Oh no, it's probably just that Wiley was talking about me." But at first, she starts sweating a little bit.
The girl he knows that ended up with green skin. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
That story has been told and probably laughed at over beers.
Yeah.
What can I do for you?
We are attempting to keep the peace around these parts, and we have come across a few puzzles that we are unable to decipher. Mainly in identifying these signatures and these initials on these papers, and this signet ring appears to be something that we are unfamiliar with. And I will lay all 3 out in front of him.
Okay. He looks at the papers and stuff, and he goes, okay. And he takes the 2 schedules, which you don't know their schedules. He takes the 2 sheets of symbols and lays them down. He said, I will look at these. I knew these were coming. I need to figure out what these are. That is a code of some kind. I think I can break it.
We would be in your debt if you could.
And he pulls up the signet ring, because this is a signet ring from the Stonemasons Guild. Whose I do not know. If you took it to Boros Alexton, the head architect of the city of Stormwind. He may be able to tell you more about who this might have belonged to. The thing that interests me is this letter. EVC.
EVC is that's 3 initials. I wonder if that's a name or a title in there.
If it is what I think it is, it's a name. Edwin Van Cleef. Which would explain this, and he holds the ring up.
Ooh.
What did the man look like that had this ring on him? You can describe what he looked like, however he looked. As you describe this, what this man looked like that you took this ring from. He says, well, that'll be, I don't know who that was. That was not Edwin.
He was a shorter, tall man with heavier, thin build, with some longer crew cut hair.
Perfect. It was not Edwin Van Cleef. Boris Alexton may be able to tell you who it was. He was the head architect of the city. Edwin Van Cleef was the head of the Stonemasons Guild. I don't know what they are planning, but apparently he's leading the Defias, it sounds like, from this letter.
Seems that not ideal for him.
His whole situation hasn't been ideal. We've wondered where he is for a long time now, since he led the riots in Stormwind.
Is he
Riots
wanted?
that killed. He is most certainly wanted. The riots he instigated and led in Stormwind led to the death of Queen Tiffin Rin.
Alive
Edwin,
or dead?
I don't think King Varian is going to care much one way or the other, as long as there's proof justice has been done. He may want to do it himself, but he's busy fighting a war. And his son certainly isn't going to take care of this. The nobles may be happier if he's gone. The Defias may disband. But based on what I'm seeing here, he's clearly planning something.
We could bring a lot of value by stopping the Defias and cutting off its head.
That would. I fear the nobles would fuck it up again, though. They're the whole reason this happened in the first place.
You'll see a little
Not
bit,
wanting to pay the Stonemasons Guild.
A little flash of frustration across Sue's face when he discourages the nobles, or disparages the nobles, I should say.
That's fair. Touched a nerve, did I?
Not all nobles are of this ilk.
I refer mainly to the nobles of Stormwind. Those that did not pay the Stonemasons Guild for the work that they provided. And when there was retaliation from the Stonemasons Guild, decided to disband the Stonemasons Guild. I cannot say that the death of Queen Tiffin was It was a accident brought on by violence and misunderstanding. But that violence was incited. That violence was provoked. I may even say it was reasonable. Actually, quite a few might. They all wear red bandanas.
Well,
But the death of our queen left our king distraught for months. I fear that anyone he meets on the battlefield is meeting and engaging with the rage of his lost wife. That is a long way from here.
Very understandable.
So it seems like if there was going to be a peaceful negotiations, that the death of the queen will prevent that from happening with any disgruntled former stonemasons.
This could have been peaceful, but it has become hostile, and the Defias have been formed and morphed and attacking us ever since, and is the largest threat to Stonewind currently.
It makes sense.
Give me some time. I think better part of 4 hours, maybe. I can probably crack this. Maybe a bit longer. If you want to go bring that ring to Boros Alexton, I should have this cracked by nightfall, I would think. I would hope. There hasn't been many that have eluded me that much.
Thank you, sir. That does sound like a wise plan. And then I will take the ring back and kind of motion to Pepper and Grim, like, let's get out of here.
Perfect. Well, let's, do we know where Boros Alexton can be found?
You'd find him in Cathedral Square on the east side of the square. The architects, the head architect's chambers or living quarters are there. So, he says, I will see you at sundown then.
Yes, we shall return after we are done with our dealings, and we will be sure to give you ample time to decipher this.
He starts unfolding it and starts working at it. He says, very good. And he's already working at cracking things, and he's marking on them, and he's got paper and ink next to him, and he's writing a bunch of stuff down. And he just kind of nods to you as you say goodbye and leave, like he's already in go mode.
Yep. Okay. Yep. Yeah, and then that's where I would nod and head out.
Do you fight anyone on the way out?
No.
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
maybe we just go like that, like we're watching you.
Nah. If Sue saw Grim starting to do that, he'd grab him by the scruff of the shirt and kind of push him.
I'm coming.
Do you go through the Dwarven District or the Trade District on your way to the Cathedral District?
Do I know where the Dwarven District is here?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, you absolutely would know where the Dwarven District is.
That's my suggestion.
Okay. So yeah, you guys walk, unless anyone disagrees with
No.
With Grim. You guys walk in. When you cross the canal on the bridge, and most of these sections, these different districts, are walled in, or surrounded by housing that's built up all around it, or stores. But when you cross the bridge and enter through the archway into the Dwarven District, there's a particular smell in the air of smelting and steel and forges, and it's significantly warmer in this section of town. As you walk around through the Dwarven District, you hear the ring of hammers and see the forges under tents that are open air so that they don't get too warm while they are forging various weapons and things. The one other thing that is of particular note as you are walking through is a giant, in the wall, there is a giant ring of stone with two glowing magical gnomish magic orbs sitting on pedestals. And you see stairs heading downward. Grim, you know specifically, because you are from Ironforge, that these stairs lead down to an underground tram that runs between Stormwind and Ironforge, the Dwarven capital city, allowing them to pass goods and utilities across a mountain range to the north that divides these two countries, or two capital cities. But that's another adventure. If at some point maybe you'll go to Ironforge. But today's adventure, we're headed towards the cathedral.
Let's abandon this quest and go to Ironforge. Oh, never mind.
Hey, I heard they have a good auction house there.
And it's still
They
open.
actually do. They have a auction house in Ironforge. There are gnomes that stand on a lot of the pillars of the bridges in Ironforge though and dance. It's a little weird.
Wow.
You are headed. Oh yeah, they're dancing for money too. I mean, like it's a common occurrence on mailboxes and pillars around the. That's
Tiny
elves.
gnome
Talking.
dancing
Gnomes.
for money.
Yeah, pretty much. You head across the other canal that leads into the cathedral square, where the grand cathedral and fountain in front of it. You are also aware of this, both Grim and Sue. This is where all the clerics and paladins and everything, if you ever needed a place to crash or have some food, get some food, you can come to the cathedral and hang out there. But to the east of the cathedral, there is a building that says Grand Architect of Stormwind. It's got a sign hanging above a door, kind of on a post. And that is your destination.
Guys, I think I found it.
Aye. Nice work.
Does Sue have a sore throat or something from walking through the Dwarven district?
No,
I have not heard Sue talk like that before.
that's because that was Tom trying to be funny.
That was very sexy.
I think that was just literally, if you hang around in a spot long enough, you pick up the accent, and you walk through the Dwarven district. Sue's got a very, very adaptable accent.
I picked up the dialect. Yeah, after 100 years of being
the
a
Dwarven dialect.
wandering elf,
Keep that up, Sue. You might find yourself a girlfriend.
Aye, we'll have to try that.
Or a beard.
Now it just seems like you're making fun of me.
I don't know why you'd say that.
Ding 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 ding. It's dueling dwarves.
Yeah, right.
And he starts singing Diggy Diggy Hole.
Diggy diggy hole. Yep.
Anyway,
That's
All right,
when you know.
entering-
That's when you know Sue has gone full blown dwarf when he starts singing Diggy Diggy Hole.
I'll get him drunk. Maybe he will.
The approach to the door.
Get him, John.
Is there a knocker? Can we just go right on in?
Yep. There's a knocker, but you see there's someone else in there right now talking to a gentleman behind a desk.
All right, I'll go in.
You knock or do you just go in?
I'll just
You
go in.
Okay. Here you go. Here you go in. I'll be with you in 1 second.
Thank you, sir.
And he said, and he's going through and he goes in. This is the deed. And I am truly sorry for what has happened to you. I know what's going on in Westfall. Personally, my own farm has been attacked. So thank you. Have a good day. And the lady kind of nods and takes the deed and walks out of the building. Can I help you?
Yes, we were directed to you by Marshall, what's his face? And we have a question about the signet ring.
He looks at you closely, as if to say and understand that Marshall What's-His-Face is the code word that Matthias Shaw told you to call him.
Matthias Shaw, that's it.
Yeah. But wanting to maintain anonymity, Matthias Shaw told you to say Commander What's-His-Face. And he goes, oh. So he understands the level we're speaking on now. Signet ring, you say?
Yes. If you could please take a look at the signet ring and maybe give us a little information about it, we would be very grateful.
Oh. Yes. These Stonemasons Guild signet ring. And on the inside, this thing's filthy. He grabs a handkerchief out of his pocket and he starts polishing it and goes, actually, the dirt actually helps me read that. All the guild members have their membership numbers stamped on the inside of the rings.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1387.
That's the number of my luggage.
Why didn't someone tell you my ass was so big? Anyways, it's the second time that movie's come up for me this weekend, which is really weird. And both times while playing D&D, so.
Not a coincidence.
Not a coincidence. It just happens. It's almost like we're geeks.
Almost.
But he reads on the inside of the ring, 1387. While I don't know who 1387 was, there are records that I could find it for you.
We have time if that's something you'd be able to do.
Why are you looking? I mean, clearly, Commander, you're dealing with Commander What's-His-Face, so this is of some seriousness.
The person who was wearing this ring was found dead, and we're trying to identify who he might have been.
I see. Do you have any idea who killed him?
I have an idea, but it's all speculation and hearsay.
Where was he found, out of curiosity?
He was found out east near the Blackwell pumpkin patch. Brackwell, not Blackwell, Brackwell.
I see. I'd have to go digging through files. Are you guys able to do me a favor? You look put together.
We are quite stout.
When it comes to favors, we are favorable.
Hey.
Have you been to Westfall recently?
I'm gonna guess no.
And you don't know of its war-torn state and the goblin machines running rampant, invading the farmlands, taking over the farms?
No, we have not been near that area in a while.
However, goblins are a blight upon the land.
My family's farm is in Westland. Or in Westfall. Can you go check on my family, please?
It would be our honor.
If you could bring back anything, any sign, any notice, anything that would let me know if my mother and father are still alive and my brother, I would appreciate that.
Sue will reach around into his pack and find a map of the area. Kind of like a general map and
Yep.
pull it out, unroll it and be like, hey, where is your farm in relation?
He pulls a piece of lead out from the desk and shows you on it, and he says, right here, this farmstead, and he circles it. It's on the map that I gave you guys. But
is it the one that says Alexton
Farmstead? Yeah, exactly.
Wow. Well, that's a coincidence.
If you could find any information about my family and whether or not they're safe, I know I've been getting several people being displaced by these goblin invasions in Westfall. I have heard of the People's Militia that has been stationed at Sentinel Hill to try and beat back this. Most of the people misplaced or put out from the town of Moonbrook, fighting back to try and take back their home. But any word on my family's farmstead would be much appreciated. I'll figure out who this ring belonged to and have that information for you when you return.
All right.
We will do so. We will go ensure that your family is safe and bring back word.
Thank you. I appreciate that very, very much. He seems very concerned and on edge about this whole situation that he just laid out in Westfall and what's going on there.
Makes sense.
So is Westfall kind of that whole area, that western kind of island or between the river and the ocean?
No, what? Yeah, Westfall between the river and Westfall goes from the Furborough Farm up there, just west of Westbrook Garrison, all the way down to Moonbrook at the bottom there of the map. This is basically the second zone in the game.
Where did you put that map, John?
It's the same map I'm using.
Gotcha.
It's the same one we've been using the whole time. I don't know. With the Eastvale Logging Camp and Brackwell Punkwing Patch, if you just go to the west side of that map.
Oh. I was thinking of the other map that you said you sent us.
Oh. Nope. So.
Well, we probably have some time to get a bite to eat before we have to go back and meet Commander What's-His-Face.
Yes.
I suggest we go back to the Dwarven district and find a hearty meal.
You can absolutely do that. You can go back to the Dwarven district and sit down and have a hearty meal. There are massive casks, like the size, like 12 feet by 10 feet in circumference. Like massive casks of Dwarven ale behind the bar. There's like 3 of them, and they're pulling off of those for beers and stuff as you sit down for your meal. You get a hearty meal. The meal in all will cost you $1 a piece.
Do hearty meals come with prizes in them?
No, they come with bottomless alcohol.
I'll take it out of the party fund so you guys don't have to worry about it.
There you go. Eventually, towards sundown, you return to Matthias Shaw. Grand Master Matthias Shaw.
Long enough for a short rest. I've got a few arcane recovery type things that I would do if we had.
Absolutely.
Yeah, how you doing, Sue? Did you recover at all?
I'm at like 28 to 39 or 29 to 38, so I'd probably take a hit dice if we're taking a short rest.
Yeah, I'll take
a short rest. This is absolutely a short rest. Go for a short rest now.
Right.
For sure. So, that's drinking and eating, and you are short resting.
All right. Since it's getting to the evening, one of my 5th level abilities that I got is whenever you finish a short rest, you can study your spell book and replace one of the level 1+ wizard spells with another level 1+ wizard spell. So since it's getting to be evening time, I will bring back Dark Vision and get rid of one of the other spells.
Cool.
Nice idea.
That's kind of my plan, is daytime, nighttime.
Good idea.
You like to play a game of daytime, nighttime? Daytime! Nighttime! Daytime?
Daytime.
Nighttime!
What's
You
he doing,
doing, Ted?
Oh, he's having just a little game of daytime, nighttime.
That video was amazing. Short rest taken, meal had. Comfortable and full. You go back to Matthias Shaw to discuss him and the work he was doing. He does tell you that these are schedules. You see he's crossed out several of the marks on each of them and circled specific ones. And he shows you clearly, he goes, these are phases of the moon, these are phases of the sun, these are positions in the sky. These rocks are gold. These dog-looking things are gnolls, gnolls. He said these dragon-looking things are kobolds. This is the raft. As you see the lines up here, 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 and here. I'm guessing these are places along the river, these numbers. This is a schedule to pick up gold or lumber to move it somewhere. Where are they moving it, though? We know they've been... Well, apparently the Defias are working with the kobolds and the gnolls. We've picked up on this.
Are there specific days and times for these pickups?
Well, if you look here, the sun, there's no date actually listed here. I imagine these rotate probably in a 4-week rotation. We have 2 of them. But if you look at the moon phase here, see that? And then whether it's a position of the sun or position of the moon that you need to pay attention to, that marks the time of day. Then this marks what is being brought and who is supposed to be bringing it. And he lays it all out, and you can see it's a time of day by the moon or sun, and then where it is in the sky, and then time of the month by what phase the moon is in, a location, who is doing the drop off, pickup, and what is being dropped off, picked up. And he said, here's our missing lumber shipments from Eastvale. And he circles them and goes, this makes sense. Report what Wiley reported to me from Eastvale. This accounts for, I assume, I'm looking at this, and this is the Fargo Deep Mine. This must be the Echo Ridge Mine. And he starts pointing out everything that you guys have been tracking or following. The lumber, the gold, the times they pick up. Apparently they're all being picked up along the river in places.
That makes
There
sense.
are lumber shipments that have both a stack of lumber and a raft drawing, and then there's lumber shipments that is just a raft drawing. But the ones that just have a raft drawing have stops further on where there's gold added to it.
Can I do a nature check to see when the next pickup is? Like, if I can remember what phase of the moon we're in and shit like that?
Yeah, this is obviously not being orchestrated by the gnolls and kobolds, because this is a complicated schedule. Probably someone who has experience with guild maintenance and management.
Sue is definitely not paying attention to the moon phases. I got 6 on my nature check.
You're looking at it and you're studying it very, very, very closely. And Matthias Shaw looks at it and goes, look at the top, look at the moon phases. This is the opposite side of the month.
Lean over to Grim and be like,
right now.
What day is it?
These 2 schedules would apply to 2 weeks from now.
Okay.
I don't know if I know.
We just finished this. both of these schedules are not valid right now. There's likely 2 to 3 other ones that would fill the gaps.
And Grim is in worse shape than me.
Grim's not even sure what time it is, much less what day it is.
Are you doing nature checks? Is that what we're doing?
Would you like to come back in the morning when you're more sober for a better explanation?
That's Dwarven Mead. Oh, that's Dwarven Mead. So strong.
Pull yourself together, man.
If you want, I can make you a copy of these with the pertinent information. I would like to keep the originals in case we can locate 2 more. It might help us put a stop to these.
Yes, that would be ideal. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, we're gonna just be taking a little jaunt tomorrow, and we'll probably come back here at the end of the day if we can.
All right.
Oh, that's really disappointing. Is my god or my goddess Alun would be really disappointed that I didn't know the phases. She is literally the moon goddess.
Go ahead and roll a second time. Seeing as how that is the case, I'll give you advantage on it.
All right, well, 15 is better.
It's a 15. You do, before Matthias Shaw even mentions that these are out of sync with where we are in the current timeline of the month, you realize that they aren't going to be any good for about another 2 weeks, week and a half to 2 weeks.
Perfect. I'll let the team know.
And
I suppose we should probably let them know, since this is kind of the leader of a secret organization, where we're heading the next day, and if there's anything we can do and kind of double up 2 birds with 1 stone kind of thing, if there's anything that direction.
He would have you check. Yeah. He'd have you check on the People's Militia and go to Sentinel Hill. He said, I have not heard from my contact there in a while, and I'm wondering if they are still about. Brian Stoutmantle is the commander of the People's Militia on Sentinel Hill. If you talk to him, tell him Commander What's-His-Face wanted to inquire about their contact, and he will know who I'm talking about and who you are and who you represent. And so we don't get into another big thing. This is kind of a nice tie-off point. Tom, I know we're a little early here at 10 to 10, but I have a heart out, and I would like you to take us out of here. I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Well, that was quick and abrupt. All right, we are 2 Nerds, 1 Quest. We are here Sunday mornings, 8 a.m. Central Time. Twitch.tv/TomMNorm, bit.ly/NerdTube, which is our YouTube channel. Go there for the live stream as well, or all of our previous sessions. We have a couple other stories back there that if you are enjoying this, you may enjoy our big story that we did. The initial 2 Nerds 1 Quest storyline was a lot of fun. We also had a horror storyline with it was basically a one-shot with JC, Genius, and I. That was a lot of fun. Check it out. There's some good stories back in there. Support us, patreon.com/2 Nerds 1 Quest. This music is distracting me. There we go. And patreon.com/2 Nerds 1 Quest. $1 gets you all of the edited unedited podcasts with pre and post show content. Regular podcast drops Thursday mornings, 7:30 a.m. Central Time, typically. So you can get the regular podcast for free without the pre and post show content on Thursdays. We would love you to give us ratings and reviews wherever you get your podcast from. Hit the follow buttons in YouTube and on Twitch. If you're following on Twitch, you do have the option of using your Prime subscription on us if you are a Prime subscriber. What that does is it gives us a little bump, gives us a little bit of cha-ching in our pocket to spend on things like sound effects and other items to make this show a bit more fun for you and for us. With that being
direct
said,
some of that at a boom for Ryan, if we can.
Yeah.
Get his mic up in front of his face.
Does it feel light?
No, you're good.
I'll have to listen back.
I have Discord. I have Discord
It's
turned
just
on. Go ahead, John.
I was gonna say it's just so much easier to have, like, to position. I mean, like, I never thought about it really until I had it, and now it's just so nice. So,
yep. And I have you turned all the way up in Discord, so I can adjust volume as needed. So the stream will sound better than, well, for my ears anyway. Anyway, with that being said,
yes, everyone keep talking about Ryan's boom and not my video. Keep talking.
Genius.
Literally nothing to see here.
We just need
Genius, you need a whole system.
Yeah, we just need to get you a better system.
Yeah, well, what's funny is we got together on Wednesday night, but we never turned the cameras on. So this could have been an issue that I would have had solved by now, but because we didn't end up playing on Wednesday, we just chatted, so we didn't use cameras. So I'll make sure this is resolved.
Excellent. Anyway, for me, for Genius, for Cooch, and for the DMJC who has a hard something or another soon. Later, nerds.
Yeah, baby.
Whoops, I'll get him.